Just sick and tired of people wasting other people's time and taking advantage of them and making them feel like they're this special thing and they can get you to the top when really they can't, so they're just looking for their next rent check. It's ridiculous. And I'm not about to let anybody have that. So like I said, if you disagree with my video, please contact your local casting director, show them this video, and ask them yourself. Amen. Seems I'm still in character. Okay, let's do it again. Let's check the time first. Perfect. This video is going to be a tiny bit shorter than the rest of the videos. I just had to get my rant on. Make sure you guys aren't fooled by so-called industry professionals that just really aren't real. Action. Look, Karen, God never forsaken you. You were always loved. You were always loved. It was your choice to do what you did to yourself. You just need to talk with your maker and work that out between the two of you. Now you're on your last third day, so you can actually get this done. You can go and talk to the rest of your family, your friends, or whoever it is you want to talk to. I can help you with that. I'm an angel. My name is Miguel. I can take you to those places. Would you like to go now? Shh. Don't say a word. Don't say it. Malaki! Long time no see, buddy. Hey, put her there. Ooh, that burns a little. Oh, you brought some friends. How convenient. Oh well. What can I do you for? No. The girl's mine. She called for her. I've already claimed her soul. She's claimed. Well, your sources are wrong. Your sources are a little bit... They like to think they know what they're talking about most of the time, but really, honestly, bro, ouch. No, you ain't taking her, man. You ain't taking her. I don't think you get it, bro. You're just not getting it, man. Like, this one is coming... Oh, you fuck. You do that again, and I swear to God... Oh! Oh! Malaki, call off your goons. Call them off. Malaki, call them off now. Oh. You're not taking mine, that's for fucking sure. Leave her alone. Oh. Don't say a word, Karen. Get off me. Ouch, that hurt. Malaki, you stop to get away from her. Get away from her. Get away from her now. Get off me. Malaki, you let her go now. Oh, God. Malaki, just have one question for you. Do you stand in the way of God's plan? Malaki, you answer the question. Do you stand in the way of God's plan? Wrong answer. Sit down. You Don't say that God wasn't there for you. See you in 3,000 years, buddy. I'm sure the pleasure will be all yours. Come on, Karen. You gotta visit your family, right? You have nothing to fear. Some of us are nice, but not me. I don't get paid to be nice. End scene. Thanks, guys. It's been a pleasure. I had a lot of fun today. I think we actually might just discover this character a little bit more. Now that cost me. Look at the sweat. Hey, now that's acting. I'm waiting. Just kidding. Alright guys, thank you very much. Goodbye. Oh, actually no. Before I go, one more last thing. I wanted to go back to something that I talked about earlier, about as a young actor, taking any role you're given. Okay. When I said this, I meant to use your common sense. Use your common sense. Obviously, if a director is asking you to do something you're totally comfortable with, then yes, you say no. Right? If you're uncomfortable with it completely, say no. Don't take the role. If it goes against your core values, don't take the role. All I was trying to portray to you when I was talking about that, I just want to clarify because somebody brought it to my attention. All I was trying to say before, let's look at that too, was that we all have a yes box and we all have a no box. Yes, I would do all these different things for a role and for money. No, I won't. All I was trying to say is if you're a young actor, the no box should be quite substantially smaller than the yes box. It should be. No, don't go against your core values. If you don't want to do nudes, don't do nudes. If you don't want to portray a drug addict, don't portray a drug addict. If you don't want to, whatever it is you don't want to do, don't do it. But the reality is whatever you say no to, you should re-examine it and ask why. Because the reality is if you're offered a gig and it doesn't go against your core values, but say it's something you don't really want to do necessarily, then you can say no. But if you have a ton of no's of things you won't do versus only a few yeses, right? Like 3 yeses I will do versus like 15 no's, then you might want to reconsider acting. Because really, there's like thousands upon thousands upon thousands, hundreds of thousands of actors out there. Right? I'm just warning you that you're going to run into trouble if your no box is bigger than your yes box. Your yes box should always be bigger. You're an actor. You're a creator. You're creative. I mean, look at 21 Jump Street. People are getting killed. People are getting, look at all the different, like, look at this violence and sex and everything on TV. I mean, that's what it all is. A lot of it, most of it, unless you're doing documentaries on bunny rabbits. You know, I mean, not to mock that, because a lot of people do it. I mean, I would do a documentary in a heartbeat. You know, I consider myself to be versatile, so I would take on any role. If you said, I think you'd be great as a psycho killer, make me a psycho killer. Great as the kid that gets beaten up in school, gets picked on, and you're playing a mentally challenged person. Perfect. On it. Right? Like, that's all I was trying to say last time. Use your common sense. If you don't want to be nude, don't be nude, obviously. But just remember that your no box, if it's smaller than your yes box, then you have more chances at what? Work. That's all I was trying to say. Your yes box should be bigger than your no box, so that you have more chances at getting work. Because I tell you, if you go to an audition, and you know what, I don't care. This is my personal opinion, because I've heard this from other people, not just from teachers. I've heard it from people, that if you actually sometimes, if you say no to a director when you haven't explained before they asked you for the audition. Like, for instance, if you go to an audition to be the guy that's getting killed in a street alleyway fight, and then you go to the audition, you ace the audition, and they say, we want to give you that part. And the reason why you went to the audition was just to get an audition from that director, right? And that casting director. But you knew before you went to the audition that you weren't going to take the part if you got it, because you were against that sort of role. What did you just do? And I'm sorry, but this is the truth. And if anyone wants to argue it with me, talk to a casting director first before you jump down my throat about this. They probably won't have you back. And why do you think that is? You went to the audition, you accepted the audition, you went through with the audition, you actually created a character for that audition, you aced it, and then you told them no. What did you think you just did there? Probably offended the director. But why do you think you might have offended him? Because you wasted his time. You acted like you were totally cool with being killed in that alleyway. You in fact made a character out of it, and then you went through with the audition. And then when they said, "Yay, you think you did great on that part," you said, "No, I'm sorry, I actually have a problem with the fact that that happens at nighttime, and this guy's portrayed as this weird drug addict, and I don't agree with drugs, so I'm just not going to take the role." Wow, you just totally wasted an audition, potentially wasted a callback, and now you're not taking the role? I personally, if I was that director, I wouldn't have you back for an audition. And I'm going to challenge every single actor who's seasoned right now, who has turned down roles. I dare you to ask your exact agent to ask the casting director or casting directors involved with that particular director, and ask if there is a frequency, a decline in auditions offered by that director. I bet you that your person will say yes, they have stopped auditioning you. Or your auditions with that particular company / director has gone from 7 a year to 3, or 7 a year to 2. I guarantee it. In fact, ask your casting director if, again, what I'm saying is true. In a lot of cases, it is true. Directors will not have you back if you waste their time. Or they'll have you back infrequently. This is the business you're in. If you don't believe it, ask a casting director. Don't rely on some teacher telling you that I'm wrong. Ask a casting director directly. Ask your agent directly. If you waste a person's time by going to their audition or callback and then refuse the work, I'm sorry, but that looks extremely bad on you. Don't take my word for it. Ask your casting director. I'm sick and tired of people saying that I'm wrong. I know I'm right. Absolutely and indefinitely. But don't ask me. Ask your casting director. It's a very, very busy business. If I was a director and you went through all the motions and then told me you didn't want the role because you didn't agree with it, my first thought would be, why did you bother coming to the audition? Why did you do that? Why did you waste my time? I got my hopes up for you. And now you're not going to take the job? You came to a second callback, for frick's sakes. You know what I mean? Like, so if you're going to say no to stuff, make sure you say it right away. And don't even bother going to the audition. Because if you go to the audition and waste their time, just because you want to get another audition under your belt, or because you just want to do this, that's, you know, I was taught by people that that's kind of a no-no. You don't really want to be doing that. But like I said, don't ask me about it, ask your agent, ask your casting director. And they'll say that a lot of people agree with what I'm saying. A lot of people do. It's a busy business, man. That's like being reality here. So that's all I meant to say last time. If you're a young actor, you want to take every role that's given to you unless it goes against your core values. Why? You're trying to build a relationship with casting directors for one. You're trying to build a relationship with multiple directors for two. And you're trying to get something on your resume. So your yes box should be bigger than your no box. So that you can do that. So that you can be the person that they call upon. Don't you want to be an actor that's versatile and does tons of different things? Of course you do. And the only way to do that is to say yes to the jobs, to the work. I don't think what I've said here is unreasonable. But like I said, I challenge you. I challenge you as a seasoned actor, to ask your agent if those people that you said no to, if they have contacted you for auditions lately, or when the last audition was. For some production companies and some directors, that will tell you the last one was the one that you said no to. Or you may have got just a few more after that just to make it look good. But that's it. I'm sorry, but directors get pretty offended with stuff like that. Right? Some of them do. You know? You gotta be ready to work. I don't know. That's just my opinion and I'm entitled to it. No one's legally allowed to take away my opinion. It's my opinion. I own that. Just like it's my right to be on YouTube telling you about it, just like it's my right to ask you to verify my information for people who are above you. And you should. I'm just a person giving you information. I'm not the end-all be-all. But I challenge you to ask. What harm can it do, right? I think a lot of people would be freaking surprised at what they find out when they ask questions like that. Don't be an actor that fell into that problem. Learn from other people's mistakes and don't be that person. That's just my advice. You don't have to take it. Like I said, don't rely on me. Ask a casting director. They know the truth and the absolute truth. They work with these directors every day. They talk to them on a personal level. That's who you should be talking to too. Most of them will answer an email here and there. They're busy, but every once in a while if you give them a good question like that, they'll say, if you can't make the audition because of personal reasons you don't like the role, don't take the first audition. That's the first thing they're going to tell you. Don't take the first audition. If you take the first audition, you're committing to wanting that role. If you're given that role, you should follow through. That's reality. I just want to clarify that. Like I said, if it goes against your core value, the gig that you're offered, don't take it, obviously. That's a given. That's common sense. I thought everyone had that. I'm hoping you do too. Common sense says, obviously, you're not going to do something that goes against your core value system. Obviously. I wouldn't. But the fact is, if it doesn't go against your core value system, and it doesn't really fit into a no box, which hopefully is smaller than your yes box, then you're gonna get a resume that has a bunch of different things on there. And last time I checked, that's a good thing. It shows you're working. I just want to help you to succeed. And a lot of people, I think, are kind of a little bit choked that I'm on here helping you to succeed. But you know what? Too bad. I'm legally allowed to do what I'm doing here in Canada, and I'm doing it. I'm giving away answers to people who may make it. And how dare anybody else tell you that you're not allowed to have those answers? Not only are you entitled to these answers, but I'm entitled to give them to you. And that's life. Too bad for everybody else. Thank you. You guys have a great day. I really hope you enjoy your love of acting. I really hope that you take what I said seriously. I hope that I've fixed this little problem that in case it was a problem, some people didn't get what I was trying to say the last time I said it. And I hope that you do the challenge. I hope that you talk to your casting judges about stuff that I talked about. All the stuff I talk about. Right? Please, go ahead. What do you think, I'm worried about it? I want you to, for frickin' sakes. Anyway, have yourself a great day. And enjoy acting. I loved how I got all physical like that. Isn't that awesome? Now you can do that too. Oh, that's so awesome. Okay, see you later.